Hi, I'm Rob from Rob's Been Running. I hope you are doing well, staying safe and training hard. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the fourth episode in the hydration testing series. As you know, if you've been following, we are testing out a number of products in order to improve my fuel and hydration when it comes to long training efforts and races. And we've already done three. Obviously, this is the fourth episode, so we've already done 3 episodes already. You can go and check those out on the channel. Do go and take a look, and also take a look at the introduction to this series as well, so you can see exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. But in a nutshell, we are testing some fuel and hydration in order to improve my fueling during long training runs and races. So we've already tested a number of products from Supernatural Fuel, from Morton, from Torque Energy, or Torque Fitness, and now we are on to the last episode of that, which we're going to talk about another product and also a summary as well at the end. So the product we're talking about today is Precision Fuel and Hydration. They were founded by Andy Blow. I'll get his name right, Andy Blow, who was an accomplished triathlete in his own right, and he's now the CEO of this business. Precision Fuel were established in 2011. They fuel a wide range of professional athletes, including Hayden Hawke, Stan Jones, Tyler Green and Robbie Britton, just to name a few. There are a number of other athletes, including triathletes and all sorts of things, and UK or GB runners and all that sort of stuff. There's loads of them out on the website, so go take a look. They provide some unique formats in order to help their athletes. So they have a unique sweat testing facility and tests that they use to personalize fuel and hydration to that individual athlete, which obviously increases the likelihood of success. So that's something that I've been paying attention to, and I may get one of those done myself. But yeah, it certainly looks like an interesting thing to do, and something we should probably all take more note of as well, rather than just going through and using these products in the same way as everybody else does. You know, we should really be tailoring our hydration to ourselves, our own uses, and how the way that our body acts and reacts to training. Precision give out free advice online, lots of guidance, lots of things and articles on their website you can see. They also have an online planner, so you can plan out your nutrition and hydration based upon a number of factors that you can go through when you go online and check out their like planning tool. So do go and take a look at that. It's really useful. They make a wide range of products. So they're making energy gels, energy chews, flow gels, hydration and energy drinks, hydration tablets, sachets, electrolyte capsules, and bundle packs of hydration and fueling. And they also have some merchandise on their website as well. So hats, buffs, all that type of stuff, bottles, all that type of thing. We'll go through the website now. I'll bring that up on the screen. And we're also going to go through the products that we're going to be testing. So we purchased the fuel sample pack, and that's priced at $35.99. So I think that's the most expensive pack that we've purchased as part of this series, which is interesting, but it does come with some good bits and pieces. So in that pack we get 3 gels. So here they are. We've got 2 original gels, so these are just standard ones, and also a caffeine gel. So the original gels have 30 grams of carbs each in a 51 gram sachet. So that's both of those 2. And the last one also has 100 milligrams of caffeine in there as well. The gel pouch, this is an interesting one. So you've got 90 grams of carbohydrates in this gel pouch, and it's 153 grams. Really interesting, this one, because essentially 1 pouch should do you for a whole hour, so you just keep supping away at that. So I'm really interested in trying that. And then you've got the energy chews. So we've got a original flavour here and lemon and mint. Again, 30 grams of carbs in each pack, 34 gram pack. So yeah, really interested to see how good they are. I do like my chews. I've said many times on here already that I use Vele Forte chews normally, so I'm interested to see how well these work. Really, should be really good. And then lastly, we have a drink mix to try. So big pouch here. So this is the only one that we've actually had a big pouch of drink mix from. Torque did provide 3 sachets, which I used in the UTS, who you've seen. But this one's a big old pouch, so this is good. 15 servings in this pouch, and each serving gives you 30 grams of carbohydrates in a 500ml flask, soft flask, and also 500 milligrams of sodium as well. So it should double up. So it's a bit like Tailwind, same sort of thing. So yeah, really interested to see how that works for me as well. So the gels obviously are made of the standard fructose maltodextrin stuff, just like most standard gels. Just taking a look at the chews. The chews are made, if I can find it, which is easier said than done. Ingredients, here we are. Sugar, corn starch, water, citric acid, natural flavors, natural colors, and that's it. So interesting. So the chews are a lot more well, I say natural than the gels themselves. So I'd be really interested to see how that goes. So they're the products we're going to be testing. We're out to do a 15-mile run. So I'm going to consume as much of this stuff as I can. Obviously 15 miles is not that long. It's probably going to take us 2.5-ish hours. I'm not going to be rushing. So I will be taking as much of this as I can in an hour, fueling every 30 minutes. So I'll probably do 2 gels in the first hour potentially. I might do the 90 grams of gel in the second hour, and then probably one of these chews, we'll see. And I'll also be drinking the drink mix as well. So yeah, really interesting to see how that goes. I've heard a lot of good things about Precision Fuel, so really looking forward to seeing if all of the hype and good press is worthwhile. So we will go get our running gear on. We'll get out on the trails, and I will talk you through the products as we're taking them in. I'm going to do a better job than the last one that I did in UTS. I didn't do a very good job of that on that race. But yeah, we'll take these in as we're going around. We'll let you know how they're going down, how they taste, and all of that good stuff. And then we'll come back and do a conclusion of the Precision product, and then we'll bring up the table of all of the products that we've been testing, and we'll do a final summary, and I will give my thoughts on how each of those products went, and yeah, hopefully we'll come to a conclusion of which one works well for me, or maybe it'll be a combination of different ones. But yeah, we'll see. Excited to see the results. Right, I'm going to get cracking, and I will see you out on the trails.
You're the sunshine on my mind. We're burning through the city of lights. You're the sunshine on my mind.
So we are out on the trails testing Precision Fuel, and what a beautiful day for it. There's some very sketchy weather over the last week, but today's looking beautiful. It's about 10-11 degrees at the moment, nice and cool. be about 22 degrees later. So like I said, we are testing precision fuel, part of the 4th episode of the series. And I've got 2 bottles here. Both of them have got the drink mix. And I've got all the other bits and pieces on me as well. So as we take the energy in, I'll let you know about the taste, consistency, and how it's going down. And of course, if it's giving that all important energy boost. Alright, let's crack on, and I'll catch up with you when we take the first gel product in. See you in a bit. Right, we are taking the first gel, and we're going to take the caffeinated gel. See if I can get this open. These do have handy little loop eyelet things on there, so when you tear the top off, you don't rip it off completely, which is good. I've had that in a couple of gels before. Saves waste, or sorry, littering, not waste. So let's try this anyway. Okay, quite a thick consistency, but it goes down easy enough, and the flavour is original, but yeah, it's quite pleasant. It's alright. So let's see what energy hit that gives me, and yeah, I'll see you when we do the next one. And by the way, I have had some other drink mix already, just a couple of swigs, and yeah, that's pretty good. It's again a non-intrusive flavour, a slight hint of lemon, I think, but yeah, really quite nice. So let's see how that goes. All right, catch up with you in a bit.
I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got
Right, we are going for our second gel now. So this is the original one without the caffeine. I think the other one gave a pretty good boost of energy. Certainly don't feel depleted. I know I'm not that far into the run yet, but you know what I mean. Feels like energy levels are high, so all good. All right, so that's down. Wash it down with a bit of fluid, as you always should do with gels. You need to mix them with water to save you getting GI issues. So stow that packet away nicely for on the way home. Right, I'm gonna crack on, and I will see you at the next feed point. See you in a bit.
Stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours. Anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours. And now we're singing. Of my heart to reassure that it could.
Right, feeding time again. We're about an hour and a half into the run now, so we're right ticking the miles off. So I decided not to go for the pouch next, because obviously we know what gels taste like, and the pouch is obviously just a big gel. So I'm going for the chews. So I've picked out the mint and lemon chews here. Now if you open them up, there's 2 in a pack, so 15 grams of carb each one. What I'm going to do is probably have one every 15 minutes, so not to take too much in one hit, but let's try this. Not bad. Bit chewy, chewier than the Velo Forte ones, and a bit denser than Turkish Delight, but pretty nice. I'm going to enjoy this. Right, crack on. We are ready for our last feeding session and we are only a few miles from home, so about 4 miles left to go. I've decided I'm going to use the pouch just to suck that all the way back, just to see how that goes. Obviously, as we know, it's the original gel flavour, so we've had that before, so we know it tastes alright. Let's just see how well or how easy it is to take down this 90 grams of carbohydrates across the last 4 miles. So one thing, the lid was nice and easy to get off, so a fair bit easier than the Supernatural Fuel ones that I was struggling with in episode 1. But right, let's have a go at this. Tastes good, neutral flavour, sweet. Oh, by the way, the chews really felt that they were giving me a lift. So yeah, I rate the chews quite a bit. Obviously, I only had one pack of them. I didn't have the other pack, but yeah, they felt that they were doing their job, and also they're enjoyable to eat, which is another thing as well. So which is good. Right, I'm going to get on with this, get on with the run, and I'll see you back at the flat.
You're the sunshine on my mind. We're burning through the city of lights. You're the sunshine on my mind. We're burning through the city of lights.
Okay, so we are back, and I must say that was a productive run and a productive experience when it came to the precision fueling. So we were out for 3 hours. We did 15 miles, and I know that sounds slow, but that was because of all of the filming back and forth with the camera. But that was good because it meant that we got 3 good solid hours of trying out that nutrition. And I must say it went down well. I found the gel flavours to be good. Non-intrusive, not too strong. I actually quite like the caffeine one as well. You could taste like the hint of caffeine in there. But again, the standard gel has this like very minute citrusy flavour, and when it's on the website, if you ever take a look at the website, you'll see in the description that it says that that the gels are made with this really tiny citrusy flavour, and it does kind of just takes the edge off of it, which is quite nice. So the flavour of the gels as well, the consistency of the gels is very much like a standard gel, easy to swallow. Even, you will need to take water with it. I would always recommend that unless you're having hydrogels, but if you're standard gels, you should always take some water with it, just to alleviate the likelihood of gut issues. Yeah, so the gels were all good. I found them to be giving out plenty of energy afterwards, as you'd expect from a maltodextrin gel. Yeah, it was all good on that perspective. So really positive, which is good. The chews, I like the chews. I think they were one of the better products actually that I've tried throughout the whole of the series. I've said a few times already that I use a Velo Forte chews because I like those, and this was very, very similar. Slightly bigger, slightly denser in its consistency, slightly denser than a Turkish Delight, but still very, very similar to Turkish Delight. You get the powdered around the outside, like you do in the Velo Forte chews as well. Yeah, I found it really good. I liked the lemon one as well that I had. I think that was a really nice flavour. It just went down so easy, very tasty. So it's one of those things that you want more of, which is good because quite often when you're taking gels on a long run, you really don't want more of them. Sometimes you get to the point you're like, I'm done with gels, but you need to be able to take them consistently through, obviously with mixed with other things like real food and stuff like that, to ensure that you're getting enough calories on board. And we'll come to calories in a minute. So the next thing was the gel pouch. Now the gel pouch I think is a brilliant idea. Velo Forte also do a 300 gram carb gel pouch. I had a 90 gram carb gel pouch. So if you're looking to do it like I am, around 90 grams an hour, one pouch supped throughout the whole of the hour would give you that. The 300 gram pouch would need to go into one of the squeezable bottles that you get these days, the gel bottles. I've never tried a gel bottle myself. Seems a bit strange when I'm carrying other bottles to have a gel bottle as well. I prefer smaller items that I can just carry and use. But the gel pouch, the 90 gram one, I found that to be quite useful actually. Now I used that on halfway through the second hour and all of the third hour because it's 90 grams. I took 30 grams. Actually, we'll come back to it in a minute, but I took some in the second hour and then some in the third hour, which is cool. And then the drink mixes, very pleasant, again, experience with the drink mixes, very nice, light in flavour, easy to take down, didn't feel like I was feeling sick with them, mixed relatively well in the bottles, had to shake it a few times, but mixed relatively well. You've seen that in the video where I was shaking the thing around a little bit while I was filling those up, but mixed well and gave out good carbohydrates as well. So so let's go through it. So the first hour I took 2 gels. I took a standard gel and a caffeinated gel, 30 grams for each gel, so 60 grams for the first hour with just the gels, but also adding in the fact that I had some drink mix as well. So we'll come to stats in a minute, but that's from the gels themselves. I got 60 grams of carbohydrates. In the second hour, again, another 60 grams of carbohydrates, this time 30 grams from the energy chew. So that's 2 of those little blocks equals 30 grams in that one pack. And then I had a third of the gel pouch, so that's 30 grams as well. In the third hour, I had the rest of the gel pouch, so that's another 60 grams. So consistently 60 grams from the food products, gel products, and chews for those 3 hours that I was out. And then I had, while I was out for the whole 3 hours, I had 2 500ml bottles full of the drink mix, which was giving me electrolytes and it was giving me carbohydrates and obviously salts as well. We'll go through all of the stats in a minute, particularly for the whole of the series. But just so the caffeine in the caffeine gel gives you 100 milligrams of caffeine, so that's pretty good. And you should be able to feel that. Obviously, I wasn't tired, so having the caffeine gel wasn't going to wake me up any more than I already was. But you know what I mean. If you were taking that on an overnight session or really early in the morning, you should feel something from that. And then the 2 500ml bottles of the drink mix gave me 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so that's pretty good. And we'll match that up now as we go through the statistics. Just to touch again, no issues, stomach issues at all from any of the products that we tried from Precision Fuel. And actually, to be fair, across the whole of the series, we haven't had any stomach issues with any of the products, so that's a bonus. So if we look through the statistics of this week and also the whole of the series, they kind of look like this. So you'll see on screen now that you've got the 4 weeks all represented by different colours. At the top we've got the Supernatural Fuel pouches. Second week we've got the Morton stuff. Third week we've got the Torque, and then last week we've got Precision Fuel, which says 43. I've just noticed there a little error, so I'll have to correct that. Instead of 4, it says 43. Didn't realise. Okay, so let's just go quickly through Precision first before we go through the whole of the week. So, as I said, we had 60 grams of carbohydrates per hour from the products, the food products, so gels and chews, and then from the drink mix, if you took across the 3 hours, the 2 bottles that we had, total of 60 grams. So I split that up into 20 grams of carbohydrates per hour. So that means with the gels and the chews and the drink mix, we got 80 grams per hour, which is pretty good. So it's pretty close to the 90 grams that I want. So the total carbohydrates I got across those 3 hours was 240 grams of carbohydrates, so pretty good. Obviously, I felt energized throughout the whole thing because 3 hours, it's probably not enough for me to like start bonking or anything like that. So I did feel pretty energized across the whole thing. So I think they were definitely doing their job, which is good. We had 1,000 milligrams of sodium from the drinks. There was no sodium in the gels or the chews. Something to note there. And 100 milligrams of caffeine from that one caffeinated gel. So let's have a look at the statistics across all of the 4 weeks. You can see from week 1, the Supernatural Fuel, the difference in the level of carbohydrates that we got from the Morton, the Torque, and the Precision against the Supernatural Fuel. So Supernatural Fuel, where I was taking 2 pouches an hour, was only giving me 30 grams of carbohydrates. You can see that on all the other weeks I was getting a lot more from those products. I like the Supernatural Fuel pouches. I think they have a part to play in the nutrition strategy, but I think that part to play for me is if I'm stopping at a aid station or with my crew, it might be nice to have something different rather than just the gels. So it might be good to switch out or have something like a Supernatural Fuel pouch, which is a bit more like solid food than another gel or another chew bar or something like that. So I think that could be a good substitute at an aid station for me. In terms of the Morton product, they were obviously giving loads of carbohydrates, they're giving loads of salt, they gave the most sodium across all of the products that we tried. And a really high level of carbohydrates as well. So, I mean, it's a premium product. I didn't get on as well with it, I don't think, as I did with the Torque or Precision Fuel products. And the drink mixes for me were strange. I couldn't stomach those drink mixes for too long. I know I took 2 on the same run, and you wouldn't normally do that, right? You'd have one just electrolyte mix and then one like that, or one water and then one drink mix. So that was a consideration as well. But yeah, I found the Morton products to be a bit too much for me in terms of consistency, potentially sweetness as well. That bar, that solid 225 bar, was incredibly sweet. Yeah, for me, maybe a little bit too much. But I didn't have any GI issues with it, so no stomach issues at all. And it did give me a ton load of sugar. So there's definitely something in it. Maybe I'll go back to them and try them again at some point. It's certainly an interesting product. It's a premium product. Maybe too premium for me, I don't know. But we'll see. I think, you know, these things, it's always just about personal preference rather than, you know, whether it's the best product on the market or not. It's still about personal preference. Onto Torque, my usual go-to brand. Again, good levels of carbohydrates. You see there the gels are giving out almost the same as the Precision Fuel gels, so 29 grams of carbohydrates as opposed to 30 grams from Precision Fuel. The chews are giving out 31, so a gram more, so in balance, pretty good. Drink mixes, again, good. I've kind of discredited the 4th hour in that one just to keep it easier to measure between the 4 weeks. Obviously we did 4 hours of Torque because we did the UTS 50k with that, but yeah, we'll chop that one off and we'll just stick to the first 3 weeks just to kind of keep it as comparison. But you'd see there that we've got, again, really good levels of carbohydrates that week. We get that with the Torque products. Each hour is 90 grams or more of carbohydrates from those products, which is really good. So yeah, I would definitely still be using the Torque products. Not all of them. I thought the chew bar was a bit too much like a wham bar, a bit too much like confectionery, quite chewy, quite hard work. I'd like to pair that up with maybe the Precision Fuel chews or the Velo Forte chews. I think they're a nice addition to mix some of those bits up. So that might be nice. Bars from Torque, good. I haven't tried any bars from Precision Fuel. I'm actually not sure if they even do bars. I'll take a look at that. But I'd like to mix it up a little bit, so I might have a drop a bar in from Torque Energy, from Torque Fitness. So yeah, we'll see. And then the drink mixes again with Torque were good, giving out good levels of carbohydrates, 30 grams, same as Precision Fuel ones, and they mix well as well. So it might be, I might do a little bit more work on the drink mixes. I do like Tailwind, But when you look at the levels of sodium you're getting from the Torque and the Precision Fuel drink mixes, you're getting more than you're getting from Tailwind. Tailwind's always worked for me, I've never had an issue with it, but in the summer it might be good to mix it up with something with a higher sodium level, just to make sure that you're replenishing those salts on hot days. So that'd be interesting. So yeah, I think the stats are really interesting actually, when I look at it. For me, I feel like I'm leaning towards Torque and Precision Fuel. I think they worked well for me. I like the products. I think they have a good range of products between both brands. So, as I said, Supernatural Fuel may feature at some point in my fueling strategy, particularly on longer races where I have a crew or a drop bag where I can pop some pouches in there maybe. I did find that carrying those big pouches is quite cumbersome, particularly in the race vest that I've got. But any race vest I think as well, the pouches are quite big. So I do like to stick to the smaller chews, gels, and little bits of real food like flapjacks and things like that, and drink mixes as well. One thing to note actually is that the drink mixes from Torque are quite nice small sachets, probably about a third of the size less than the drink mix sachets from Tailwind. So that's interesting when you're thinking about how many you can carry on you. A smaller sachet giving out the same or maybe more carbohydrates and salts can only be a good thing. So yeah, I might explore that a little bit further and do a little bit more work on the drink mixes as well. But yeah, otherwise I think that was pretty good exercise. I hope you found that useful as well. For me, I certainly did. It certainly opened my eyes up to some other products on the market which might be good for me to try and adjust my fueling strategy to try and make sure that on those long runs on races that I'm faring better towards the latter half of the race or the run, with energy, with salt, with hydration, just to keep trying to maintain that, or essentially a better level of fitness, or less fatigue, or better performance. All of those things really. So I'm definitely going to be doing some further work on that, particularly on Torque and Precision. So yeah, I think that was good. So yeah, that was the conclusion really. I hope you enjoyed the series. I enjoyed making it actually. It was quite interesting. It's nice to try new things. Yeah, and I hope you found that useful. Stay tuned on the channel. We've got another shoe review coming up pretty soon, one that's been hanging around for a while. I haven't had time to edit. But yeah, we've got that coming up soon. We've also got the Lakeland 50 kicking off in less than 8 weeks time. Next mountain race, let's hope this time I film it better. So that'll be interesting. And then I'll really find out whether I am made for mountains or not. We'll see. I've got some new poles to try as well, some Lecky poles which I've just purchased, which will take the weight down as well and should store easier than my existing poles. So I'm looking forward to trying those out in training. Training is going well, so touch wood. Hopefully things are holding together, body's feeling better and stronger, and yeah, all of that good stuff. So well, thank you for watching. Train hard, race hard, have fun, and until next time, I will see you soon. Take care.